We're encouraged to vote early so we can be conversant about who's on the ballot, initiatives, and practices in each election cycle. I voted early this week in downtown Chicago, and now I have plenty to be conversant about: illegal trafficking of minors, voter fraud, and modern day slavery. And all that was before I even got into the voting booth. Welcome. Welcome to Conservative Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. At Conservative Coffee Hour, we're looking for a meaningful message in the political landscape. Some people say they don't talk about politics, religion, or sex. Perhaps people want to avoid arguments or avoid facing important issues. But a more likely reason is that they have found that talking about politics is an act of futility, because politics does not focus on facilitating positive change. It's just about obfuscating the truth, if there's such a thing as truth. We can agree or disagree to discuss politics, but we all experience it and its effects at some point. At early voting, there were a lot of young people out front of the polling place and inside. It was student voting day in Chicago, and students from area schools were being bussed into polling places around the city so they could vote. It was kind of distracting. I was in this terrific conversation with a lady in line from Chicago's South Side about how she's the only person in her neighborhood who picks up trash. In the middle of this conversation, I kept getting bumped in the back by a student behind me who was walking around in a tiny circle and mumbling to himself. There were a number of special needs young people in the polling place that day. When I got to the voting booth, the voter next to me was looking at the ceiling while a poll worker assisted with his voting. In Illinois, it's required to have two poll workers present to assist, both Republican and Democrat. The single poll worker was alarming enough. I have no idea how old these young people were or their mental status. No one wants to challenge or question anyone's right to vote. None of us want to talk about politics, but we all live with the results. We encourage people to be conversant. And if you're inclined, consider being an election judge. We're not asking you to talk about sex or religion. Chances are no one is busing us to the polling place. And if you want to live in a world where we think that's a good idea and a good practice, then perhaps you should get your head examined. If you would like to join us at Conservative Coffee Hour, the Saturday call is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.